What's up, guys? Rick here with a DFS preview for this week's Masters, or at least the simulated version of the Masters. That's right, Spreadsheet Golf is back. This is like what, the fourth or fifth week we've been doing this. We did the Players, we did the Match Play, we did the Valero Texas Open, and now the Masters. I don't think I've missed one in there. But yeah, this has been a lot of fun. If you're new to Spreadsheet Golf, basically what I do is I simulate the results of all 4 rounds in a spreadsheet. You're able to make DFS lineups off it, and you're able to make money. You know, small prizes, right? We all put in 25 bucks an entry, no big deal. You can enter up to 3 times. You make your lineup, and you'll see how your teams play out in real time because all of the rounds are simulated live on YouTube in a stream. So for this week's Masters, though, I've been working on a few things, and I think this is the best Spreadsheet Golf that we have to date. So let me show you the sheet here. It may not look different to you, but I will tell you it's very different. Not only are we using the actual field for the Masters at the time the PGA Tour went on hiatus. So I believe there's 90 golfers that were currently qualified for the Masters at the Players Championship, which is right on, that's all your past champions. That's your official world golf ranking. This would have been the official field at the time that golf was paused. So first of all, we have that going for us, which means you've got Bernhard Langer in the field. You've got Larry Mize, Trevor Immelman. You've got, the old the past champions. You have Youngsin Lin, excuse me. Wow, that was tough to say. Who is an amateur, qualified through the amateur ranks. So all of them are here. It took a lot of testing and running the simulation and running the algorithm a bunch of times to really hone in on some of their scoring rates. Because, for example, we only see, Larry Mize once a year at the Masters. So it was a little difficult, but I'm happy with where it's at. Additionally, for the first time, or I shouldn't say for the first time, because I've started to incorporate this over the last couple of weeks, but this is really prevalent this week, is that Augusta National, the course, comes into play very much this week. That means the history that a golfer has there, if they have it, is coming into play, and also the hole-by-hole scoring. So what that means is this Spreadsheet Golf should play out like Augusta National has in the last couple of years. So the winning scores, somewhere between probably 12 and 18 under par, depending. The holes are going to play to their specific pars, or at least close to it. So, for example, last year at the Masters, only 5 holes played under par all week. The 4 par 5s and 1 of the par 4s. I think it was number 3. In my practice simulations that I've been running for this, we are very close to that. The par 5s are playing under par. Number 3 plays, a shade over par or a shade under par, depending on the simulation. And the other par 4s and par 3s generally play over par, which is what you see at Augusta National. So it is the closest thing to a very, very accurate simulation as we're going to get. Additionally, I'm going to make a cut this week. This is the first time we're ever going to make a cut. I haven't done this in other versions of Spreadsheet Golf because it's a little difficult, a little complicated. So what I'm going to do is after 2 rounds on Saturday, which is when the live stream is, on Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to make a cut after 2 rounds, and we're going to follow official Masters cut rules, which are top 50 and ties, and anyone within 10 shots of the leader. Those guys are going to make the cut. I'm going to cut the rest of the field, and then we will simulate rounds 3 and 4. So while all 4 rounds will be simulated on Saturday, I will probably take a, 10-minute break in the middle to reconfigure the spreadsheet a little bit, get it to get rid of the guys who missed the cut, and then we'll move forward from there. So something that I've got to figure out for the fantasy scoring and all that, but it's all going to work out. Additionally, what else do we have here? Oh, I've loaded in the course key stats for this field into DFS On Demand. So if you're a member of DFS On Demand, if you have a login, go over to the key stats page, and I have the key stats in here for every player in the field if we have their data, right? I obviously don't have data for Larry Mize because he plays the Masters one time a year. But everyone who does, and I have it broken down by tier here because you're going to have to pick one golfer from each tier for your lineups. So you can go through and see, birdie or better is big, scoring average. I don't want to give everything away, but, guys that play better, that are better, will do better in Spreadsheet Golf over time, right? Keep all of that in mind. Obviously, it's a simulation. There's randomness. We've seen Kevin Na finish second. We've seen some crazy things happen, but keep in mind, generally speaking, the cream does rise to the top here. Now, when you go to enter your lineups, this is the entry sheet for Spreadsheet Golf. It's just a Google form. All you're doing is giving me your email address, telling me if you've paid or not. Make sure you've paid at the time that you've entered this. I don't want to chase people down. We're doing this for free. We're doing this for fun. I don't want to chase people down. Put your display name, your team name in the description when you send the money on PayPal. Don't put anything about Spreadsheet Golf. Don't put anything about a pool in there. And make sure to send family and friends. There's an option on PayPal to send to family and friends. If you do pay for goods and services, we all lose the fee into the prize pool. Okay, so that's what's going on here. But this is the entry fee, the entry form. You're just going to go through and you're going to choose one golfer from each tier. So tier 1 are the top 10 ranked players in the field alphabetically. Okay, so Adam Scott is first. It's alphabetically. Tier 2, same thing. Then the tiers start to get a little bit bigger. Tier 4 is 12 golfers. Tier 5 is 12 golfers. And Tier 6, I didn't know what to do with like the past champions and the amateurs and stuff like that. So Tier 6 is actually 36 people deep. I thought it would be fun to see how many different guys we could get in here. So we'll see who you guys end up choosing. But this tier includes, everyone from Andrew Putnam to Bernhard Langer, to Matthew Wolf, to Mike Weir. I mean, there's some gems in here, and there also are some guys that could come out and have pretty good weeks, depending on how this whole thing shakes out. So that's what you'll do. You'll submit this. You have until 9 a.m. Eastern time on Saturday morning to submit this. There will be no exceptions. If your entry is not timestamped before that, you will not be in here. And then the actual, so if you go to, you're on the RickRunGood YouTube channel, presumably, or know about it. There is if you go under videos here, you should be able to do, maybe let's do live streams. Yeah, I have a live stream scheduled for Saturday, 9 a.m. Pacific, which is what you're seeing on screen, but that's 12 p.m. Eastern. So you can actually set a reminder for this because it is a scheduled event so that you don't miss out on the actual results. That's the best part. That's the fun part. I've also, I'm kind of proud of this spreadsheet. I've kind of thrown a couple of quirks into this. So for example, number 16 on Sunday, I actually increased the eagle rate just a little bit. Increasing the eagle rate a little bit is, from a small percent to a slightly larger percent on a par 3 because that traditional pin location on 16 tends to yield many more aces. So there's a chance that on Sunday at 16, someone makes an ace and kind of flips this whole thing on its head, which would be a lot of fun. So little quirks like that, because we know a lot about Augusta National and how it plays out over the years, I've been able to build into this spreadsheet. So I'm looking forward to running this out. In the description of this video, you will find a link to the video room, the stream room for Saturday, a link to the entry form so you can get in there. And I wish you the best of luck. This should be a lot of fun. It's Masters week. We're going to simulate a green jacket come Saturday. So I'll see you there. Talk to you soon. Later.